Old film stock is a treasure trove of historical information, and in the case of old BBC programmes, it can be a race against time to find any remaining copy and digitise it or risk losing it forever. But when producer Charles Norton was given an old Morecambe and Wise episode, there was a problem.
Archivists at both the BBC and the British Film Institute had a look at the film and essentially judged it to be irrecoverable due to advanced decomposition, and they were effectively, it was going to be thrown out. The pictures inside that film, they're still there, they're still printed on the plastic, but they're all locked inside this permanently fused block of immobile gunk, which sooner or later will just rot away to soup.
So Charles brought the film to Queen Mary University's dental department to use their X-ray machine to see through the lump of decaying film to the precious pictures within. But now they had another problem. The film was too big to be X-rayed.
The only thing you could do would be to cut the film into little pieces and scan one piece at a time. I didn't expect him to say yes to cutting up the film, but given the alternative was watching this just rapidly disintegrate, he said, yeah, let's do it. We were using an infrared laser cut. It generated a lot of heat. Occasionally there were flames. And at the best, we had a little bit of damage at the edge of the frames. At worst, we lost whole frames.
Graham took 5,000 images of each chunk as it rotated through 360 degrees to make a 3D model. And at that point, they started to see what was on the film for the first time.
When you first start seeing those pictures of Eric Morecambe in one of his stereotypical poses, you can't help but smile and think, yes, this is, this has to be done.
Once the scans were finished, they had loads of data, but they also had a new problem.
The next really difficult part was finding a way of digitally flattening out this warped object and digitally prizing apart all of the individual film layers within it. We initially had some manual software where I would physically go through each individual block and spend 5 or 10 minutes flattening out one layer after the other, but that was over several thousand frames, quite labour intensive.
At this point, Charles took the problem to a data scientist.
What a human would do is would try to see where the image was within the cross-section. The problem here is that a computer algorithm cannot quite do that. What the algorithm does is it follows predominantly the layers of plastic, so not the images, but the plastic. And then once we have the layer of plastic, we can move to the edge of that layer and read off the image.
That process was repeated on all of the film, making short work of a task that would take a human thousands of hours of work. Now Charles is beginning the next phase, turning these scarred pictures back into video. That's the next problem. But for now, he's managed to put together a taster of what's on that film.
And beautifully as well. Not a word out of sync. No, I'm not miming now, it's Mingles. You realise, of course, that the tape has stopped. Yeah, well, of course it stopped. Start it again! How does he do it?